today. A little bit. So take out the fraction pieces that you have there. And dividing fractions can be a little goofy because you always think about when you divide, you always think that you're always going to get a smaller number than you start with. Okay? But if we think about this problem here, if you think about 3/4 divided by 1/8, okay? The question you're asking yourself when you divide by something is, how many 1/8 are there in 3/4? Just like this. If I take 10 divided by 2, okay, you are asking how many 2's can you get 10 divide 10 into? You've got 10 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many groups of 2 can you get out of 10? Well, there's 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2, 4 groups of 2, 5 groups of 2. So that's why 10 divided by 2 is 5. The same thing is true for fractions, except the problem with fractions is you're kind of talking two different languages here. Here you have something cut into fourths, and there you have something cut into eighths. But if you think about, let's take a circle, and I cut it into fourths, and I have 3 of them. If I take that same fraction circle and cut it into eighths, how many 1/8 pieces are there in 3/4? Well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer is, yeah, 6, which most people, if you think about it, would not say 6 because they would just, you got all these fractions and you're like, well, how do I get 3/4 divided by 8? Just like this. Most of you, if you went home and asked your parents this, if you said, hey, Mom or Dad, what is 8 divided by 1/2? Most of them are going to tell you the answer is 4. To which you're going to say, no, that's 8 times 1/2, or half of 8. This is how many 1/2s can you get out of 8? If you have 8 circles, how many halves is that? It's actually 16. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 8 divided by 1/2 is 16 because you can get 16 halves out of an 8. Now I asked you about the 12ths and the 6's. We don't have that, but we do have something that we use all the time that is divided into 12ths, which is a clock face. And the same thing with, you can use that for 6ths as well. Here is a question for you. What is, wait, where did it go? 1/4 divided by 12. Or divided by 1/12. And again, you can kind of think of it like this. Here's my circle. I'm cutting it into quarters first. I start off with 1/4, which is this, right here. And if you think about a clock, our clock is cut into 12 pieces. You have the 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, each one of these is a 12th. Oops, sorry, I missed that one. That is a 12th, 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 that is a 12th. 1/4, this part right here, takes up how many of those 1/12 wedge pieces?
3.
Yeah, it is. 1/4 divided by 1/12. How many 1/12s are in 1/4? That would be 3. Eventually we'll get to where you don't have to draw pictures, and that's going to be nice, but it's good to be able to visualize and take a look at this here. How about this? Here's some easy ones, but let's see if you get it. We won't be drawing for long if they do ask you to draw it.
Okay.
2/3 divided by 1/3. See if you understand that just by looking at that. If you have 2/3, how many 1/3s can you get out of 2/3? How many 1/3? If you think about your little piece here, I'm cutting it into thirds. I have 2/3. How many 1/3 make up 2/3, Brant? 2. The answer is 2. Matter of fact, there you actually get a whole number, 2/3 divided by a third. Or what is this? What is 3 divided by 1/4? How many quarters can you get out of 3? You start with 3 whole circles.
12.
How many quarters do you get, Brant? Or Bryce? 12. Because each one of these will give you 4 quarters. Boom, and there we go. Not bad. One more. How about I guess we don't have 2/3 divided by 2/3. How many 2/3 can you get out of 2/3?
1/3 million. 1
That'd be perfect. Carter and W, did you have a